This is Housing News 360. The headlines: Federal government threatens termination of the 202 billion naira Enugu-Onitsha road project. 5 rescued, 2 dead after building collapse in Lagos. Estate residents resist demolition, accuse Lagos government of contempt. From the foreign scene, U.S. housing market slowdown. Rising supply and high mortgage rates impact sales. The federal government has issued a warning that it may terminate the 202 billion naira contract for the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway due to poor funding and delays in execution. The project, handled by Roads and Civil Construction Limited (RCC) and funded by MTN under the Road Infrastructure Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Scheme, has faced significant setbacks. During a meeting with lawmakers from Enugu and Anambra State, it was resolved that MTN must commit to paying contractors at least 15 billion naira monthly for the next 10 months to accelerate the project. If MTN fails to meet this payment commitment, the project may be terminated. The Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, emphasized that the prolonged delays have led to a 100% increase in project costs, and any further extensions could drive costs up by another 200%. The government criticized MTN's approach, stating that it does not align with the tax credit executive order. Additionally, it was agreed that the remaining 72 kilometers of the expressway would be awarded to other contractors through a competitive bidding process, with MTN and RCC still eligible to bid. The government is determined to complete the road swiftly to prevent further tragedies like the recent tanker explosion at the Ugu-Oyema axis, which claimed many lives. Nigeria's Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, has described the country's housing deficit of over 20 million units as both a challenge and a massive investment opportunity. Speaking at the 4th Real Estate Future Forum in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Dangiwa emphasized that bridging this gap requires building 500,000 housing units annually for the next decade. He highlighted the Nigerian government's commitment to tackling the crisis through its renewed Hope Cities and Estate program, which aims to deliver 100,000 homes in the first phase, providing options for all income levels, including rent-to-own and mortgage financing through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. To support large-scale housing development, the minister announced plans to establish Building Materials Manufacturing Hubs (BMMH) in Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. These hubs will reduce reliance on imported materials, lower construction costs, and drive industrial growth. Additionally, he outlined the government's comprehensive nationwide social housing delivery program, which aims to provide 100,000 social housing units across the country's 774 local government areas, ensuring vulnerable groups have access to affordable homes. Dangiwa called on international investors, housing finance institutions, and global developers to partner with Nigeria through public-private partnerships, assuring them of a conducive investment environment, including land access and bankable offtake guarantees. He stressed that Nigeria's housing deficit presents a unique opportunity for investors to shape the future of the housing sector while securing significant returns. The forum featured global figures such as former U.S. President Bill Clinton and media influencer Tucker Carlson, highlighting the importance of international collaboration in driving sustainable urban development. Residents of Jagande Housing Estate in Lagos are strongly opposing the state government's plan to demolish their homes, accusing officials of disregarding ongoing legal proceedings. The Lagos State Building Control Agency recently marked buildings in Phase 1 to 4 as distressed, raising fears of forced evictions. Residents insist their homes are structurally sound and have been fully paid for with proper documentation, yet they face threats of displacement without clear justification. Community members, including elderly homeowners, are demanding that the government provide alternative housing before any redevelopment takes place. They recall previous assurances that they would not be left homeless, yet recent actions contradict these promises. Some residents allege that the demolition plan is an attempt to take over their property under false pretense, adding that they will resist any forced eviction. Despite legal battles, officials have continued their activities, prompting residents to call for Governor Sanwo-Olu's intervention. They emphasized that the estate was built over 40 years ago under Governor Jaginde's administration to provide affordable housing. Many have vowed to remain in their homes until a fair agreement is reached, warning that they will not be relocated against their will. 2 people have been confirmed dead and 5 others rescued after a 2-story building collapsed at Mega Mall Estate, Mobile Road, Inipa Ikota, Ajah, Lagos. According to the National Emergency Management Agency's Southwest Coordinator, Ibrahim Fawenloye, the immediate cause of the collapse is yet to be determined, but investigations are ongoing. Rescuers recovered the bodies of an adult male and a young boy, while 5 injured individuals were rushed to the hospital. Authorities fear more people may still be trapped under the rubble. While officials continue investigations, residents are calling for stricter regulations and enforcement to prevent further tragedies. Authorities urge property developers to adhere to safety standards, warning that negligence will no longer be tolerated. The Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors Foundation has entered into a strategic partnership with Julius Berger Nigeria plc, recognizing the firm's significant contribution to Nigeria's infrastructure development. During a courtesy visit to Julius Berger, the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Nix Foundation, Olusegun Ojalekoko, highlighted the foundation's desire to expand its impact by collaborating with industry leaders. Ojalekoko praised Julius Berger for its excellence in infrastructure development, emphasizing that the company has played a vital role in modernizing the country's built environment. Julius Berger's Director of Administration, Abdulaziz Kaita, acknowledged the Nix Foundation's efforts in advancing quantity surveying and promoting best practices in construction. Kaita reiterated the company's commitment to fostering industry growth and supporting the development of young professionals. The visit highlighted mutual goals of excellence and professionalism, with both parties committed to strengthening their partnership and contributing to Nigeria's infrastructure progress. Dr. Celestina Eke, the Director General of the Nix Foundation, expressed optimism about the partnership's potential to enhance research, professional standards, innovation in quantity surveying. He stated that the collaboration would be pivotal in delivering high-quality and sustainable projects across Nigeria. The U.S. housing market hit a slowdown, with homes staying on the market for the longest period since March 2020. According to Redfin, the typical home now stays on the market for 54 days before going under contract, a week longer than at this time last year. High mortgage rates around 7% and rising home prices, which have increased by 4.8% year over year, are making it harder for buyers to close deals. The median monthly housing payment stands at $2,753, just shy of the record high reached last spring. In addition to higher mortgage rates, the supply of homes is also growing. The market now has 5.2 months of supply, the highest level since February 2019. This indicates that homes are sitting unsold for longer, signaling a shift towards a buyer's market. Pending home sales have dropped by 9.4% compared to the same period last year. Extreme weather conditions in parts of the U.S. are further discouraging potential buyers, but experts predict that the market could rebound soon as the mortgage rates begin to ease. Despite the overall slowdown, certain metro areas like Pittsburgh and Milwaukee have seen significant increases in home prices. With home prices continuing to rise in many areas, Experts suggest that buyers may begin to adjust their expectations as sellers hold firm on their asking prices and mortgage rates stabilize. More buyers are expected to return to the market in the coming weeks. For more housing news, catch up with Housing TV Africa across all social media platforms.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.